We're starting a new text today, and that is the very beautiful Shri Guru Paduka Stotram. On this you have a very, very lucid, exemplary commentary by Puja Guruji, which you can all read for yourself and enjoy. Many people think this Guru Paduka Stotram is authored by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, but that is not the case. This is authored by the 33rd Acharya of the Sringeri Pita, Sri Satchidananda Shibhabhinava Nrsimha Bharati Swamigal, the great saint. You all know our Chinmaya mission also comes in that Parampara of the Sringeri Mata. Gurudev got sannyasa from Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, Swami Shivananda Saraswati, our Parama Guru, the most holy, most revered Swami Shivanandaji. Saraswati, Bharati, these are the names of the sannyasins who come under the Sringeri Mata. So when Bhagavan Shankaracharya established those 4 matas, we have mentioned also, right? The Sringeri in the south, then Dwaraka in the west, Puri in the east, and then in the north, the Joshimath in the north, Badrinath, Kedarnath, So of the 4 matas, each matas, Amnaya, is well known as a text authored by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Amnaya. So in that there is a mention of which mata, what all the sannyasi names and all will come. So you have the Saraswati and the Bharati for the Sringeri. Right? So coming under that parampara, the Chinmaya mission also. So this great Acharya, he was the pontiff, or he was the Bata. He was the pontiff, the Acharya there from 1879 to 1912. He is very, very well-known Mahatma, and it was he who enabled the collected works of Sri Adi Shankaracharya to be published by the Vani Vilas Press. Have you seen collected works of Adi Shankaracharya? Volumes, have you seen? He also has a great, he is also very, very widely revered, great Jivan Mukta, great saint, also called as Abhinava Shankara. So many glories. Kaladi, Kaladi was found. Kaladi was there, but the association with Shankaracharya, all those things and all, he was a person who discovered. Then so many things. Very, very young age, the age of 7, not even 8, 7, 8, around that time, he was ordained to become the, just imagine, He became a sannyasin at such a young age. So many, his father also died before. So there are many similarities between the life of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya and him. And he was a great poet, great commentator, great poet he was. So he composed many compositions. And many volumes of his compositions are there. Okay? One of his well-known composition is a Guru Paduka Stotram. Guru Paduka Stotram. Stotra is stuti. So it is a stuti. It is a stotra of what? The Padukas of the Guru. Guru Paduka Stotram. What does the Paduka represent? What you all know what is Paduka, right? We are also every Thursday we are also having Paduka Puja. Our Guru's Paduka Puja, Gurudev's Paduka Puja. We used to do Pada Puja to Gurudev. Pada Puja. So, the Paduka is what the Guru wears. Yes, Guru wears, but Guru stands on the Paduka. The Guru is established on the Paduka. So the Paduka represents there wherein the Guru is established. The Guru is established in Brahman, right? So the Paduka represents that Brahman itself. There where the Guru stands, there where the Guru is established. That which protects the feet is the Paduka. So thus the Paduka stands for that Brahman itself. The Guru is established in Brahma Vidya. So the Paduka stands for Brahma Vidya. The Guru is established in the highest values of nobility, of goodness, of Sarvatma Bhava. Right? So all these, the values, Dharma. So Paduka represents Brahma, Paduka represents Dharma, Paduka represents Brahma Vidya. And therefore, worship of the Paduka is the worship of Brahman, is the worship of Dharma, it is the worship of Brahma Vidya. And in the Paduka, we see the Guru. The Guru is verily an embodiment of Brahman itself. So Guru Paduka Stotra. So we are connected to the Guru through the Padukas. Sometimes the Pada may not be there. Right? But the Paduka brings to your mind that Pada of the Guru, the feet of the Guru. Even now many devotees, they have the Paduka, Gurudev's Paduka they have. I also have one Paduka of Gurudev. Paduka is worshipped. So the Guru blesses the Paduka and then we use the Paduka for worship. Because that is the closest you can have of the Guru. Some few years back, Gurudev's centenary celebrations were conducted. And we took Gurudev's Padukas to all the mission centers. With the lamp, Jyoti. So that Jyoti which was taken everywhere, worship, Akhanda Jyoti. It is there in Chinmaya Vibhuti. And everywhere, wherever the Padukas were taken, there was lot of worship, lot of devotion, fervor, everything. That the Paduka represents a person is a tradition, very, very old tradition of our land. You will find also the mention of it in Ramayana. You will also find the mention of it in Bhagavata. You will find. In Ramayana, you find Bharata. You know some amount of the story. You will know how Bhagavan Rama had to leave for exile. Is it not 14 years Vanavasa? So, and Bharata, when he returned back, he understood what had happened. He became very sad, distraught, very angry at his mother for all those things. And he said, I am going to get back my brother. So he went. And then, he pleaded, he placed his arguments to Bhagavan Rama, you must come. And he gave hundreds of all kinds of reasons he gave. And Bhagavan Rama, he dispensed off with all the reasons and said, I am not coming till 14 years. So when he understood that Bhagavan Rama was very, very firm about it, then Bharata, he as an alternative arrangement, he said, can I have your Padukas? And he took those Padukas on his head. And he went back. And he placed the Padukas on the throne. Meaning, Bhagavan Rama is the king. I am a servant. I am serving Bhagavan Rama. So the Paduka represents that personage whom we worship. In Bhagavata also you have not a similar one, but there also you have this Uddhava, great devotee, friend also, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, devotee. So when the time was about to end of Bhagavan's avatara, and Bhagavan was to leave back to his abode, and Uddhava came to know, Uddhava felt very, very, very sad, very, very, very depressed, feeling very, very. Bhagavan Shri Krishna gave the entire wisdom. Jnana, in Bhagavata it is there, he gave the knowledge. And then directed Uddhava, after giving all the knowledge, you go to Badrikashrama. And there in Badrikashrama you practice this knowledge, you practice deep meditation, all those instructions and guidance. And then after you establish yourself, you share this knowledge with others. All those things are there. Uddhava also requested, Bhagavan, can I have your Padukas? So he also took the Padukas. Of course, Bhagavan Krishna told, I am present Sakshat in Bhagavatam. Bhagavata is my form. I am present there in Bhagavata. I have become Bhagavata. I have entered into Bhagavata. Like that Bhagavan Shri Krishna says also. Here again you have the Padukas. All I want to emphasize is the Paduka represents the divine personage whom we are worshipping. Okay? So when we say Guru Paduka Stotram, it is actually the worship of the Guru itself. Because the Paduka represents the Guru in toto. We saw what all the Padukas represent, right? The Paduka is what? Paduka is a Guru. Also the Paduka brings to our mind the Guru. Because when we prostrate to the Guru is on his Padukas. When you prostrate to the Guru, we see his feet, we see his Padukas. So the Paduka brings to our mind the Guru. When you see the Paduka, immediately your attention. So when we want to salute when you want to prostrate to the Guru, where do we prostrate? The Guru gives his knowledge through the mouth. Therefore, do we go and prostrate? Guru, show your mouth. We don't do that. Is it not? Or do we do, even though head, Shiras is the Shrestha, is it not? Do we go and touch the Guru's head? We don't do that. We go and prostrate to the feet. Is it not? That prostration represents our surrender. That prostration represents our humility. We prostrate to the feet. So Guru Paduka Stotram, yes, the Paduka represents the Guru. The Paduka is on which the Guru is established. Therefore, the Paduka represents that Brahman in which the Guru is established. The Paduka represents the Brahma Vidya in which the Guru is established. The Paduka stands for the values which the Guru represents. Thus the Paduka is Dharma also. The Paduka is Brahma Vidya because the Guru is established in that knowledge of that Brahman. The Paduka stands for Sarvatma Bhava. That is that final wisdom, final vision which the Brahma Vidya gives, in which the Guru is established. Thus the Paduka is is a symbolic for so many facets of one's spiritual life. Okay? Now, before we go further, you see, the beauty is not that only human beings have Guru. Not that only human beings have Guru. Okay, first let us see this point. We have in the Veda itself very Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, we have. And when we say Acharya Devo Bhava or Guru, let the Acharya or let the Guru be God for you. And it is said like that. Guru, Acharya represents someone who gives us the knowledge. And knowledge is not just spiritual knowledge. Knowledge is also of any field of knowledge. Dve Vidya Veditavye. How does it go? Dve Vidya Veditavye to next. Shabda Brahma Param Chayat. Sabba Brahmani Nishnataha. Right, Param Brahma Adhigachyate. So two realms of knowledge. One is the Shabda Brahma, which stands for that all knowledge. Shabda Brahma is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Athar. Every field of knowledge comes under Shabda Brahma. And then you have Param Brahma. Right? And if you see, the concept of Guru is there only in the human. You don't have, yes, for example, if animals and birds and all of them, they also have their Guru, their mother and father themselves teach them whatever required. But they don't go to schools. You don't find them going to school, sitting and then, or do they have Gurukulas where birds and animals are going? Nothing like that. The concept of Guru is there only in the human realm. And that should prompt us to think, why is only human beings require Guru? Why not animals also have gurus? That is because the cultivation of the intellect, the faculty of knowledge, is there only in the human embodiment. Animals, birds and all of them, they also learn, but they only learn as much as required for them for survival. More than that, they don't require to know anything. Whereas a human being, that man is there. Right? Man, that is why Manushya we say, man is there. Man, mind, intellect is there. The scope for cultivating that mind, intellect is very, very large. Because human beings alone are capable of discrimination. Dharma, vichara. Human beings only can. For animals and all, you don't speak of dharma and adharma. We don't say dog did a lot of adharma. Human beings, we speak of dharma and adharma. Correct? Why? Because only in human being there is something called as self-effort. Purushartha, Purusha Prayatna is there. Only in the human realm there is a possibility of growing through that self-effort. There is a possibility of evolving through self-effort. And this evolution or evolving is made possible by the Guru. If you look at the human beings, knowledge keeps on growing. Knowledge gets added generation to generation. The crow, if it caws, caw, the caw of a crow now, the caw of the crow 100 years, the caw of a crow 100 years back, all will be caw only. But human being is very, very different. What we are speaking now, 100 years back, what are the new words that are going to evolve 100 years afterwards? In other words, for the human beings, knowledge progresses, knowledge grows. Generation after generation, knowledge is protected, knowledge is shared. So knowledge keeps on growing. And if knowledge keeps on growing, you can't have one mother and father teaching you everything. Because knowledge is growing so much. So that knowledge which has grown so much through generations and generations is not a small amount of knowledge. So the assimilation of that knowledge, then the teaching and the sharing of that knowledge, and making the person capable and efficient in that knowledge, all these things requires a lot of effort. And that is how in the human realm you have teacher, you have Guru. Of course, the word Guru we use more specifically in the realm of the spiritual realm. Of course, the word Guru can be used anywhere, but when we speak of Guru, mostly you will find that used in the realm of in the spiritual realm. So even in the spiritual realm, Guru are of various types. Okay? The highest of the various types is one called as Sadguru. Okay? See, now what all we saw? Knowledge. To transfer knowledge, you need the teacher, you need the Guru. Knowledge can be Paravidya, knowledge can be Apara Vidya, knowledge can be Paravidya. Okay? Even in Apara Vidya, you need Guru. Because mother and father, like how for animals and birds and all, mother and father alone not sufficient. Why? Because knowledge keeps on growing generation after generation. So that collected amount of knowledge, somebody who has got that or that specialization only can share. There also you need guru, you need a teacher. And then when you come to Paravidya, you definitely need a teacher. Why? Because that subject matter of Paravidya is something which is beyond senses and mind. And therefore, to communicate that which is beyond senses and mind requires a more greater specialization. Not just like Apara Vidya, you have specialization of information, that alone is not sufficient. And therefore, in Paravidya, we say that Guru has to be both a Shrotriya and Brahmanishta, we say. And further, this being Shrotriya, Brahmanishta also is not sufficient. The person should also have Karuna, compassion. Daya Sindhu person should be. Because just Shrotriya Brahmanishta is not, one may be a Shrotriya Brahmanishta, theek hai, but no compassion for somebody who has come, then it will not work. Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, like that and all. Bandhu Anamatam Matam, Bandhu Ranamatam Matam. Like that, not all Vivek-Shravana will be there, we'll be studying all those things. Okay. So, whether it is Apara Vidya or Paravidya, you need Guru. And Paravidya, the need is far greater, far higher, because the subject matter is highly subtle. Therefore, the need of the Guru is absolute. Everywhere you need the Guru. Even for typewriting, you need a Guru. Otherwise, you will be typing like this. Now, you need somebody to train you a little bit. Right? Everywhere you need a Guru, but the need for the Guru in the spiritual matter is absolute, undeniable. So much so that, as we have said often many times, Shastrajnopi Swatantriyena Brahmanveshram na kuryat. Even though you are a Shastrajna, still Brahmanveshram Swatantriyena na kuryat. One should not do. Acharya van Purusho Veda. Only a person who has got a Guru, he will come to know. And another Upanishad, it will be said, Sadishtam Bhavati. Only when taught by the Guru, one can actually accomplish and reach that fulfillment. Otherwise, no. Like that and all. Many places. So, the importance of the Guru is so prime. And we all know, even if a Guru is there, if one does not have the right attitude, one will not gain from the Guru. The Guru Paduka Stotram will help us to gain that right attitude for the Guru, whereby one becomes blessed with that knowledge. I was just mentioning that there are many varieties of Gurus, and the highest of it is Sadguru. Now, you may want to, and when I say varieties of Guru, what I mean, varieties of Guru in the spiritual field itself. The so-called spiritual field also is a very wide field, is it not? From mantra itself, then you have the Guru who gives mantra for you. Then you have mantra, Diksha Guru we say. So many Gurus are there. So that we will take up for discussion in the session tomorrow. Slowly we will go and cover. Okay? This is a very beautiful text.